been either side by side or nose to tail since the drop of the green flag.
Folks, this is not a parade lap. They are at speed, running at, well over 123 miles an hour average.
That's an average. So down at the end of the straightaway, into this front straightaway, they're probably running 160 miles an hour.
3 feet apart.
You can look at the right side of Ricky's truck right there. Not one mark on it. So that's, as much as they've been side by side, they have not even touched each other.
Yet.
Yeah.
You gotta love this NASCAR Craftsman truck action here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Let's check in Ricky Hendrick's pitch with Ray.
Well, Jerry, you remember it was here 1 year ago when Ricky Hendrick made his Craftsman Truck Series debut. Had a good run that day. Really thought he could have won the race, and we got trouble over in turn number 2 as the 43 car. The truck made contact.
And 55 of Tom Powers involved. Tough break for the 90 of Lance Norrick, as the caution will come out here on lap number 70. For the first time, at a heavy impact by Tommy Powers in the 55.
There's Carlos Contreras, the 43 Hot Wheels Dodge on the inside. Lance Norrick, the 90 truck getting back going, but a lot of damage to the rear of that truck.
There's Contreras in the 43. Carlos making his 31st career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series start. Look at all the skid marks where they tried, where these trucks looped around and popped that concrete and came back down. And because of slowing down, Sprague was able to take the lead as they came back to take the caution flag.
How about that? He will be able to lead him down pit road. This really worked out well for, there's some serious damage to Tom Powers' truck, as you mentioned.
Tom out of Clayton, Georgia, 40 years of age, the 5-star lighting and recreation Dodge.
You see Tom moving around in the truck, so that's a good sign. Window net's down. That's the driver's sign that he's not seriously injured.
And 45 miles an hour they head down pit road. Let's go down to Ray in the Joe Ruttman pit. Ray?
Joe Ruttman on his way in. They were trying to decide whether they were going to pull some tape off. Ruttman said the truck is really great. They will do right side tires on this one. We will also see right side tires on a couple other trucks down here, including the number 60. Now to Amy East.
Jack Sprague comes in for right side tires. They made an air pressure adjustment and also a track bar adjustment, waiting to make sure they got all the fuel in. He's going to have to back up because he's blocked in by Ted Musgrave, but he still makes it out before the 18. Ray Dunlap.
Well, Amy, we just about had a collision over here where Joe Ruttman was trying to leave the pits. Terry Cook was coming in. He had to slam on the brakes, and that held up Travis Quapple. So a lot of congestion down here made a little bit of a change on the pit road. The 29 is in right now as they're going to do right sides and make a track bar adjustment for Terry Cook. As you documented, he's having a little bit of a handling problem. But Ruttman was able to get out, but it blocked in the number 60 truck.
So Cook and Quapple avoiding near disaster. Again, Terry Cook, if you're watching his K Automotive Ford being serviced with right side tires. Commented they were having handling problems, very, very loose truck, and they're still trying to get the right front tire on. Now, here Terry put it back in gear and squealed the tires as he pulls away.
He was barely able to get out in front of the pace cars, so they almost lost a lap on that pit stop. But how about a great job for Jack Sprague's pit crew? He came in as a leader, but he had to back up and still beat Joe Ruttman out of the pits.
Great effort by Dennis Conner, the Net Zero Platinum team. Sprague saying that enough for this run in second, third, or fifth, or whatever. I got to win one. I won't win number 20 for my career. Let's show you while we're under caution. This is what happened on lap number 70 down in turns 1 and 2.
There's already some trouble. You see the Tom Powers on the outside there, the blue truck. There's Willie T. No, I'm sorry, that's not Willie T. But that's Lance Norrick backing in the Tom Powers. That's where his damage came from. That was a 58 truck of Chris Horn. Good to see him back. Doesn't look like he had a lot of damage. There's Carlos Contreras. Pretty hard contact on the outside wall. And there's Trent Owens in the 49 truck spinning to try to avoid him.
And we are being told that there may have had an engine failure on the 61 of Randy Tolsma.
Yeah, there's Randy Tolsma on the outside, the white truck.
The big white truck, yeah.
See some smoke coming out from the back of that. That's what it looked like, because it looked almost like those guys were spinning independently of each other until they slid up to the wall and then made some contact. So that's what it looks like, that there may have been some moisture on the racetrack, probably oil from that blown engine.
Well, Tolsma was 6th in points. He heads to the garage area. We'll find out what happened with him. 73 laps complete. Jack Sprague is the leader. Back at Pikes Peak International Raceway, working caution for the first time today, coming out on lap number 70. The speculation is that Randy Tolsma's big white truck may have let an engine go on the truck, and at least three trucks pretty heavily damaged, being the oil on the racetrack. That is the Tom Powers machine, the 55, 90 of Lance Norrick, and the 43 of Carlos Contreras. RPM tonight's an hourly source for motorsports news on television since 1996. You can catch tonight's edition with Whit Watson at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for a recap of all the latest headlines in motorsports action, truck highlights, Indy 500 complete field, and NHRA results from Englishtown. That's RPM tonight at 10 Eastern Time. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Back in a moment. Back at Pikes Peak International Raceway, cleanup continuing over in turn 2 for an incident bringing out the first caution flag of the day. Now, the word was that possibly Randy Tolsma's big white truck, the Team Renzi truck, may have lost an engine causing this. Let's check in with Ray Dunlap. Ray?
Well, Jerry, that is definitely the word. You can see that the truck is behind the wall, done for the day. Randy, did they give you any warning at all?
No warning whatsoever. The truck wasn't running as great as we had hoped. We had something mechanically wrong somewhere else. One time it was so loose, the next time it was so tight that I could never figure it out. As a driver, you try to change your line or do something to improve, but I couldn't manipulate the Team Renzi Silverado to help us. But a motor failure is really unlikely for us. Peter Geil at Pro Motor has done us a great job with both power and durability, and you know what, to win a championship, you'll have to overcome adversity. But great thing, Donnie Tarantino, my front tire changer, had a baby, Nicholas Anthony, today, and as bad as this is, life coming into the world is pretty special.
That's for sure. The very first race that Donnie has ever missed in the Craftsman Truck Series. Amy?
Well, I'm here with Bob Keselowski, Terry Cook's crew chief and team owner. Bob, this has been a nightmare race for you guys. Dropped back at the beginning and then made a couple unscheduled pit stops there. What's going on with your driver, Terry Cook?
Truck's bad loose right now. I don't know what happened, Amy. We had such a good truck in practice. They dropped the green. That thing is just terrible. It's like something's come loose, sway bar, but I can't seem to find anything. Even the tires coming off the truck look really good, but right now it's really bad. Terry's hanging on for dear life. Told him just hang on, try not to crash. If we get a break at a yellow, we'll try fixing it. And then we made a couple of significant changes. I sure hope they respond. If not, there's something broke somewhere. I don't know what to say other than maybe the gears, the ratchet and rear ends broke or something if these changes don't work. And we got some plans, that what we've done should help. And if we get another yellow, we'll do left sides and work on it some more. But if that don't fix that, we're lost. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, a lot of vibration. They came down, checked the lug nuts, and that wasn't it. So now they're afraid it may be something internal.
Amy, Terry Cook has never had good luck here. He's never had a top 10 finish. As good as he's been all year long, he's had 2 17th place finishes here at Pikes Peak in the past, and he had a near miss a moment ago in the pits.
So he did a great job right here. You watch Joe Ruttman leaving the pits. That's Terry on the right coming out. Terry has the presence of mind to get stopped before Joe Ruttman, because that could have been pretty hard contact.
We could have lost 2 trucks, both Ruttman and Cook, 2 contenders there in that one moment. So heads up move by Terry Cook.
The good news about Terry Cook, Doc, is he's still in the lead lap. So if they can work on the truck, as Bob Keselowski said, if they can make it better, there's only 12 trucks right now in the lead lap, and he's one of them.
All right, Jack Sprague getting ready to bring him down. As you said, 12 trucks in the lead lap. It is Sprague, Ruttman, Ricky Hendrick, Riggs, and Musgrave. That's the top 5. Quapple is 6th. Setzer is 7th. Billy Bigley is 8th. Great run for Matt Crafton in 9th. And the rookie back in 10th spot, Chuck Hosfeld, getting set for the restart here at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Sprague takes off on the outside. You see that yellow truck on the inside. That's Bobby Dotter. Tough break. He was on pit road when that caution came out. He was the first of the trucks to make his regularly scheduled pit stop, and he got caught.
Tough break for the Gene Christensen team for Bobby Dotter out of Chicago. Now running on the bottom of the racetrack. There's a 73 of Lance Hooper.
3 wide. Travis Quapple on the outside of 3 wide.
Hooper is being shown in 14th spot, a lap down. Riding along with Travis Quapple, the cat rental on board. That's Musgrave in front of him, and Riggs, Musgrave's teammate, right in front of Musgrave.
Ted's been pretty quiet this race. He settled in about 7th position that first run before that caution flag came out. Guys got him out in good position on off of pit road, and we'll see what he can do now.
Now Musgrave will peel to the inside. Can he get inside his teammate Riggs? Couple of Jimmy Smith Ultra Motorsports Dodges battling for position. That is for the 4th spot.
Much like the situation with Joe Ruttman on the outside, you get such a good run on the outside, it's hard for the guy on the inside to pull by you.
Side-by-side action for 2nd spot. Joe Ruttman trying to make the high side pass on Ricky Hendrick.
It's actually Ricky trying to get by Joe Ruttman. Remember, Joe Ruttman restarted this race in 2nd position. You've also got Travis Quapple now in the 60 truck on the outside of Ted Musgrave. 5 trucks you can throw a blanket on.
And obviously Joe Ruttman not running nearly as well as he was running before this caution flag pit stop that came out of him. Now Ruttman gets a good grip coming off turn 2. Pulls ahead of Hendrick, but they are side by side for 4th spot.
Travis Quapple passing Scott Riggs right now in the Team ASC Dodge, pulled on the outside of Ricky Hendrick. This is nothing unusual. They were side by side for the first 70 laps of the race.
Dodge followed by a pair of Chevrolets, followed by a pair of Dodges. That's Ruttman in the Dodge, the 2 rookies in the Chevys. Quapple's the 60, the 17 is Hendrick. Then comes Riggs, then comes Musgrave.
Jack Sprague's loving this right now. He looks back in his mirror and sees all these 5 trucks running side by side, nose to tail, side by side. As this is happening, he's driving away.
We are 16 laps away from the halfway point here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Yeah, that's a Net Zero Chevy that's gone. That's Sprague right there, the leader. Then comes Ruttman in a great battle.
Looking at the side of Travis Quapple's Cat Rental Chevrolet again. See, Ricky Hendrick again was on the side-by-side with him. Now Scott Riggs was able to pull on the outside of Ricky Hendrick to take over the 4th position.
This is the truck that Ricky Hendrick had at Homestead, where he qualified on the outside front row and finished 5th.
See Travis Quapple pulling on the inside of Joe Ruttman there. There's Travis in the red number 60. Joe in the Dana Dodge on the outside, number 18.
So some tire changes and air pressure adjustments have really helped Travis Quapple. He's challenging now for a position that would be for the 2nd spot, and he has it.
He has it right now. He's able to get by Joe Ruttman before they got down into turn 3. You see Scott Riggs on the very far right of your screen pulling up on the inside of Joe Ruttman now to try for 3rd position.
So Ruttman obviously not running nearly as well as he was from about the lap 40 to lap 60 mark. We just noticed we had a caution flag coming out on lap 70, a 3-truck incident. Carlos Contreras, Lance Norick, and Tommy Powers. As a result of the blown engine on Randy Tolsman's big white truck. Those trucks are back in the garage area. This is the battle we have for the lead. Actually for position, as Jack Sprague is being shown as our leader.
Ted Musgrave on the outside was able to get by his teammate Scott Riggs, bringing Ricky Hendrick along with him.
There have been 3 leaders, 3 lead changes. Sprague leads currently, has led 33 laps. Riggs, who was our points leader and sat on the front row by virtue of rain not allowing us to qualify, he has led 29 laps, and Joe Ruttman has led 25 laps.
You saw a shot of Scott Riggs getting his left side tires actually below the white line in the center of the turn, and you saw his truck wiggle, so that may be a little bit too low right now.
Well, we are closing in on the halfway mark, and they're chasing Mile Track Jack, they used to call it. He's awfully good on these 1-mile racetracks, and he's leading the way.
2-time series champion Jack Sprague has had an uphill battle in 2001. But last weekend at Darlington, he grabbed his first Bud pole in 2 years, but hope for a win faded with this miscue in the pits. Now we head to the mountains of Pikes Peak, where just 2 years ago, Sprague had a lap on the entire field, only to lose to rival Mike Wallace in a photo finish. Is Sprague doomed for more disappointment, or will he reach the peak today?
Well, he continues to lead the way on to that peak of victory lane. He's never won here before. Things are very quiet in the Net Zero Chevrolet camp right now. A very confident team. And guess what? No miscues on pit lane so far.
And that is great news for Jack Sprague and the Net Zero team, for Dennis Conner. Sprague, a 19-time winner in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series competition. You mentioned his record here, 3 times here, no win.